Good morning, buenos dias from Costa Rica, paradise. Very grateful to be able to say that. I've lived here 5 years now. I just celebrated, but I do have a team that I've worked with here, which I'm grateful for. If you're watching this video, Chenny, thank you. Pablo, thank you. Alex, thank you. All of the volunteers that have stopped here over the years for small periods to help get this thing started. Thank you. Friends of mine, thank you. Flaco, Alfredo, thank you. It's a joyous moment. So the timeline of this is yesterday we had the second Mercadito or Feria in Estorils, which I'm super grateful for. It's such an amazing group of people, but also an incredible community. In case you're not aware, where I live is a town named Parita in the central Pacific coast of Costa Rica, between Quepos or Manuel Antonio and Jaco, Playa Hermosa area, kind of directly in between. Estorils is the north side of Parita. Many people don't know that. They think it's its own township, but it's just one part of Parita, which is a very big town. I live in Vasconia, up towards the mountains and the farms. But Estorils, arguably, I would say, is probably our most wealthy area of Parita. And the people, obviously, are super kind. A lot of them are expats, but many are ticos. It's also a place that, draws in a lot of vacationers and kind of tourism from the rest of the country, from San Jose and other places. Yesterday, I met people that came down from Jaco, which was really nice. This market has been, growing in popularity. Only 2 months in, but we only do it once a month. So it's only the second one, and it's already drawing crowds of hundreds of people, which is spectacular. I made, a fair amount of sales yesterday, but also marketed and advertised with a bunch of people from the area that hopefully will be coming to visit our site here and grabbing more. To the people I spoke to yesterday who were curious about dragon fruit, if you see behind me, this is the bush that I was referring to that loves to grow dragon fruit. And if you zoom in, you can actually see the dragon fruit draping itself over it. So I will have this bush at the next farmer's market so it can accompany or partner plant with your dragon fruit, with your pitaya. But that's not the reason I'm doing this video today. It's another degree of gratitude that I've got chickens recently, and you've probably seen that in a lot of my stories and posts. So because the market was yesterday, I didn't get a chance to go harvest the eggs from the chickens. And today I went over and did, and look what I got. 2 days of having 18 chickens turns into this. In my basket here, there are 30 eggs. 30 eggs in 2 days. Now, wherever you live in the world, I want you to calculate how much 30 eggs in 2025 is costing you. This cost me nothing. I buy food for the chickens maybe twice a month, and I pay $13 each time. So I'm paying $25 a month, more or less, $26 a month, so just under $1 a day for 15 to 18 eggs a day. So when it comes down to it, I pay $1 for 15 eggs if you break it down. How much are you paying for 15 eggs wherever you live? This is not a bragging thing. This is to encourage you to get chickens on your homestead, at your home site, wherever you live. If you live in like an apartment, ask the building manager of the complex if you collectively with your building can get chickens there. If you live in your own home and you don't have a lot of space, they don't take up a lot of space, and you don't need 18 chickens. Think of it, if you're a family of 4, how many eggs do you normally eat per day? That's how many chickens you need, because the chickens will lay 1 egg per day per chicken. So calculate it. I do this because I want to produce a lot of eggs because I eat a lot of eggs, but also it's part of my business, so I sell these eggs. If I'm selling these eggs for what is equivalent to 2 mil here, or sometimes for my neighbors, I do 1,500,000, which is $3 to $4. That's for 15 eggs for $4, let's say. So 1 day's worth of eggs I can sell for $4 here. And if I'm producing eggs 7 days a week, That's $28 a week, right? So let's round it up to $30 a week. So I'm making $120 a month selling eggs. Let's say I eat a portion of that, so I'm making $100 a month just on my eggs alone, plus the trees I sell, plus the fruits I sell. So if you're running a business, add chickens to your property if you have space. It's going to be a lucrative thing. And even if you're not selling them, look, you can eat all of these. You can hard boil them, feed them to your dogs. You can trade them with your neighbors for other products that they might have or that they grow, which I do. My next door neighbor is a cattle farmer. He produces cheese and milk. I trade him usually once or twice a week, 15 eggs, a carton of eggs, and he gives me a couple bottles of milk, sometimes some cheese. And what's really nice is because he's a good person, thank you, Pablo, he will add an extra portion to his dinner or lunch that he's making for his family. He and his wife cook, Jenny, and they'll bring me a plate, literally come over to that gate that you see and call me, and I will have a plate of dinner that I did not have to cook, that I did not have to pay for. So there's so much value in raising chickens. I highly encourage you to do it. This is 1 day's harvest, we'll say, but 2 days worth of eggs, and that's with only 18 chickens. So if you are not yet working with chickens, you need to. It's valuable. It saves you a lot of money. It can have power as a barter, and also it can make you money as a business. So if you're not yet working with chickens, I highly encourage you to. If you see this video, go do it. Go do it. Find a place that sells the baby chicks. You can usually get them for, I don't even remember what I paid. I think they're like 50 cents, maybe $1 per chicken. Yeah, probably somewhere around $1 per chick. So you invest 20 bucks, 10 bucks. Skip your Starbucks coffee. Skip, drinking beer for the week. And you can buy a bunch of chickens that can then turn into free food and free income for you. Very minimal maintenance, these chickens. They just need a little bit of food. If you have a neighbor that's growing corn, you can get the corn broken down and just feed them that. My chickens are feeding off the bugs that they find all around the land, which means they're also, weeding the ground because they're searching, so they're scratching with their claws, with their beaks, and they keep the land clear. I haven't had to cut the grass over by the chicken coop since they've been here in a couple of months. So there's so many benefits to having chickens. This is my sales pitch for you to get chickens, not for you to come buy my eggs, because they're already sold out before they're produced, to be honest with you. I have to hoard them so I can bring them to the feria, the farmer's market, to sell. And I usually only have a couple of cartons there because they're already gone. As soon as I get eggs, somebody in the morning reaches out, do you have eggs today from Vasconia? And they're gone. So it's such a great business. Chickens are adorable too. You'll see them in my other videos. They're like pets. They want to hang out with you. They want to be pet. They want to be around you. So if you're living alone like I am, and you don't have a lot of visitors to where you live, they're just kind of like dogs and cats. They want to be loved. They like affection. But unlike dogs and cats, they don't just produce hair that you have to clean up. They produce eggs. So go get yourself some chickens today. You will appreciate that decision for the rest of your life. Pura vida.